Namaste, very warm welcome to all of you. Welcome once again to the Billennium Divas Show. This is a platform for talking about business, especially women entrepreneurs. And I am delighted and really honored to have Miss Suchi with us all the way from Singapore. So, welcome, Miss Suchi, to this fabulous interaction. And I look forward to interacting and engaging with you on a topic called as unlocking your power through stress management and laughter therapy. So, welcome aboard.
Thank you so much for having me, Bhavesh. Thank you. I'm grateful to you.
Wonderful. So, uh, my interaction with you has been very brief, but I have been following you very actively on LinkedIn, and I see you've been very active, especially when it comes to one of the key aspects that is being happy. I think, and when you talk about being happy, I think it is very important to look at inward happiness first, and then look at outward happiness. So I'm very delighted once again to talk about this very important aspect, and how in today's world, especially, the world went through a pandemic, right? And there has been a lot of stress. People have lost jobs, people have lost their loved ones, people have lost businesses, and a lot of them have lost also hope. And many of them are going through a lot of stress. And delighted to have your thoughts on how do we look at stress management through laughter therapy. So before we go ahead on this, wanted to quickly check with you a bit about your journey as a laughter coach.
Oh, yeah. So it all started 8 years back when I lost my mom to cancer. I was depressed, I was sad, I was looking for answers, and I was so distraught. And that's where I came across a laughter coach in Singapore. So I picked up some laughter exercises from him, but it didn't. I wouldn't say it started there, because after that I worked on myself quite a lot, and I spent some time on self development, and that's where the journey of laughter therapist started. Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful. So for the interest of the viewers, let me quickly introduce Ms. Suchi. Right. So Ms. Suchi empowers people by speaking at seminars, workshops, and conferences, delivering talks. Allows her to create awareness about stress management, emotional mastery, confidence building, and empowerment. Especially, her vision is to travel globally as a laughter therapist and to guide people to learn how to reprogram their brain for better mental health, success, and happiness. She also loves to mingle with people with diverse backgrounds and performing roles which involve facilitating, training, monitoring, guiding, mentoring, which inspires her. Right? For more information about Suchi, Miss Suchi, you should be absolutely free. Feel to Google her name, and you will find her, talking about what she loves best to do is provide laughter and happiness through laughter therapy. She also, the 50 most impactful people on LinkedIn: a mental health advocate, global goodwill ambassador, a life coach, a motivational speaker, a happiness strategist, author of A Code to Happiness, and the list goes on and on and on. And we are fortunate once again to have you on the Billennium Divas Show. Now, my next question to you, Ms. Suchi, is when you talk about a very critical aspect of stress, what exactly is stress? I mean,
Okay, so we have thousands or millions of people going around talking to each other about I am stressful. They share with each other I'm stressful, but there are very few people who really know what stress is. Uh, so just being stressful, talking to each other about stress, and not really knowing what stress is also making people feel very stressful. Stress is primarily a physical response. So it's very empowering to know that we are designed by God very beautifully the way we are designed. We are very beautifully designed in such a manner that whenever we see or perceive or in real, if there is a threat, our body would send the signals to brain, and brain would start to secrete a mixture of neurochemicals like norepinephrine, adrenaline, cortisol, in order for us to take the action so we can save ourselves. And that is stress. So it's actually a protective mechanism. It is just built in our body the way we are designed so that we can save ourselves. It's nothing much than that.
Very interesting. Uh, so, what are the healthier ways to manage stress then?
So there are many healthier ways to manage stress. Number one will be like knowing what stress is, because people don't really know what stress is. So knowing, and number two will be talking to your friends and family members, provided that they have also learned how to manage stress using healthier ways. Because uh, how usually people manage stress, they don't really know how to, so that they would be feeling cranky, upset, agitated. They would throw things around, they would avoid each other, and they would also go to a state where their brain wouldn't get enough oxygen and blood supply. So it's really good to talk to your friends and family members about how you feel. Then you find pick up a hobby or an exercise which makes you feel relaxed. You eat dark chocolate. You know more about happy hormones. Like through this session now, you'll be knowing more about happy hormones, so that you can always boost your happy hormones. And scientifically, it's proven that there's a link between happy hormones and stress hormones. So when you boost your happy hormones, like keep them on yay higher, your stress hormones are going to be lower. So this knowledge and practically literally applying it to because I also talk about how to get dosage of happy hormones. So when you do that and you make it a part of your lifestyle and routine, and that's why you get the dosage of happy hormones all the time, and then your stress hormones can be in check, like just little you need in order to save yourself. That's all. So there are many healthier ways to manage stress. I mentioned few: eating dark chocolate, and burning lavender, applying lavender oil, burning vanilla scented candles, relaxing as much as you can, and the list goes on. So it all depends on you to first write reflective journals about what makes you feel stressful, what makes you feel relaxed, and then from there you choose and you apply.
Fantastic. So I think meditation, music, even jogging,
Yeah.
even going in a park, pets, spending time with pets. I think these are some of the also various means of managing stress as well, right?
Yes, you're right. Yeah.
So you just mentioned about a very interesting aspect called stress hormones, right? Uh, could you just throw some light on this? What is this stress hormones all about?
Stress hormones are uh, in our body just to so that we can save ourselves, protect ourselves. Like, so for example, you're driving a car, someone comes in front of the car, you have no stress hormones in your body, you have no ability to feel stressful, you're just going to drive straight, wouldn't take any action as such as in like pull the brake or maneuver the car in such a way that you save that person and save yourself as well. So stress hormones are in our body so that we can save ourselves and protect ourselves. But when a person, he or she is not really in some real threat, he or she perceives something like COVID-19 as a threat, and that's where he or she remains remain in the state where he or she feels very stressful all the time. Then that's where brain wouldn't really know what's going on. So there's always this urgency. So it will start to release a mixture of neurochemicals like norepinephrine, adrenaline, cortisol, and the person would always have this urge, like I need to do something about it. I need to do, like, as long as you sanitize your hands, as long as you wear a mask, as long as you are maintaining social distancing and taking all the precautionary measures, you're fine. You're going to be fine. But if someone just watches the news all the time and just forwards all the rumors, all the messages which are creating panic and anxiety, and he or she also starts to see COVID-19 as a threat, like, what if I get it? What if my mother? What if my father? And it sits at his or her place, just home, and just starts to see COVID-19 as a threat. This is an excellent example. So that's where brain starts to release a mixture of neurochemicals. So because it's the, oh, I need to do something about it. But actually, as long as you take care of all the precautionary measures, you're going to be fine, right? So stress hormones are in us so that we can save ourselves and protect ourselves. Yeah. But if someone sees something as a threat and starts to remain in the state where he or she is very stressful, that's where it becomes detrimental to health. Yeah.
Very interesting. You also mentioned about something called as happy hormones.
Yeah.
What are those?
Oh, yes. So I would say they're so cute and lovely. Yeah, happy hormones. There are four types. The number one will be like dopamine, it's the reward chemical. Then we have the mood stabilizer, serotonin. We have oxytocin, love hormone. You mentioned about when you play with your pets, that's where you get your love hormone and you feel very loved, right? Oxytocin. Then we have endorphins, the painkiller. So these are the happy hormones, and then there are ways to get it, like how to get serotonin, how to get oxytocin, how to get endorphins, and how to get the very first one, which is dopamine. Yeah.
Fantastic, fantastic. So, how do you get dosage of happy hormones?
Oh, this question will take some time for me to answer. Like when I answer it, so in order to get your dopamine, you need to make sure that you complete a task. Like it can be as simple as when you wake up, you make your bed. So when you complete a task, your brain starts to release dopamine, the reward chemical. Doing self-care activities, like making sure you brush your teeth, you comb your hair, you're clean, you shower. So making sure you do practice self-care activities. Then you add some food like blueberries, apples, and there's a list of food items which you can include in your diet, and that's where you would get the dosage of dopamine, which is the reward chemical. And last but not the least is celebrating little wins. So when I was writing a book, the code to happiness, I did not wait till the book was over, because people tend to postpone their happiness. People tend to wait for something to happen in order to celebrate, but you can celebrate every single day your little wins. So celebrating little wins is very important in order for us to get our reward chemical. So when my book's first page was ready, I just shared on social media, like, this is the front cover, not first page, the front cover, and everybody got so excited about it, and I got so happy about their comments, like, we are looking forward to get your book, it looks very vibrant. So I did not wait till I complete the book, right? So celebrating little wins that's one of the ways to get the dosage of dopamine. So that's a reward chemical. So there are three more. Yeah.
Very interesting. So you are also known as a laughter therapist. What is this laughter therapy all about?
So I picked up some laughter exercises from local coach, Mr. Ram, and then I started to practice it at the dormitories, workers' dormitories, senior activity centers with elderly people. I started to practice it at the schools with students, and for trainers, like I started to conduct it at offices for corporates, and so there are many places I conduct, and I realized that it's just. If people just laugh for some time and they go back home, they're still cranky, edgy, moody, they're still throwing tantrums, and there's so much more needs to be done in this line, I realized. So I joined brain development school, where I studied more about our brain, about hormones, and then I applied all the knowledge learned on myself. Then I started speaking at conferences, and that's where I started to cater and design according to the ages, and then I started to deliver this at various places, and that's why I call it laughter therapy. So it's not just about going to a park garden and laughing ho ho ha, and then come back home and still feel very edgy and moody. So I studied it and then I designed it. So that's why I call it laughter therapy. Yeah.
Very interesting. We have
Yeah.
a question from one of our audience. Okay.
Okay.
Her name is Swapna More. She's the co-founder of Kage, which is a real estate platform. Uh,
Mhm.
she's asking a question. How does the laughter therapy exactly work as stress reliever? Does it work on learning process, cognition as well?
Yeah, of course it does. So when it comes to getting the dosage of happy hormones, there are endorphins. There are many ways. So laughter is one of the ways. So what I did was, what I usually do is I get the participants to first I introduce to them. So that's the introduction. Then I get them to do some deep breathing exercises because most of the people take shallow breaths and they don't really use their lungs full capacity. So there's a lot of like I have studied anatomy, so I take make sure that all the body parts and like that person's body, mind, spirit is at one place. So there's so much goes on when it comes to this. So introduction, then I get the people to do deep breathing exercises. I get them to do simple stretching and in a very fun way. And then after that, I get them to practice laughter exercises, which according to me, I have more than 100 types of laughter exercises.
Wow.
And after that, I get them to do progressive muscle relaxation, so in which they relax each and every muscle of their body, part of their body, and after that I get them to what's the last part? Yeah, get them to do your Q&A. Then they ask me questions related to how they feel, what happened, and stuff. So this whole 1 hour therapy is very miraculous in so many ways because I have clients, patients, and even when I do volunteer work, I just help people. So those people came with slight pain in their body. They came in a very grumpy mood. And after attending to this session and therapy, they felt very rejuvenated, very lively. And some of them said that they felt as if they are born, like they are born today. So there's also like saying positive affirmations aloud, a part where you remove the negativity from your mind and you feel very empowered overall after the session. So yeah, that's what happens during the session.
Very interesting. Very, very interesting. I am very, very intrigued, Miss Suchi, to know, all those 100 types, and I'm sure, it is going to definitely help a lot of people, to make sure that they manage stress, they be happy. May I request you to maybe share a couple of laughter exercises with us for, our audience who could be able to benefit from this interview of yours, and
Yeah.
obviously they would reach out to you also if they would like to maybe take up a session with you, or maybe a lot of corporate business women who are members with us, they could reach out to you as well, right? So if you could kindly be kind enough to share maybe a couple of laughter exercises with us.
Okay, sure. The first of all, you need to remember that you have eaten at least 1 hour prior to the session. So even when you're laughing now, make sure that you did not just have you gobbled something you ate and then you're laughing, right? So the first thing to remember is you need to laugh from your belly. Yeah, so it's a practice belly laughter, not just like this part of your body. Okay, so no, not from just like facial, but from belly. So belly laughter. Then we need to make an eye contact with the person. So I'll be making an eye contact when I laugh with you. And we need to also let go of all the worries and stress when we are doing that. So that's how it starts. And then um, uh, if just some exercises, and I will just remind you, if you're laughing with me, then it will remind you to not to cover your mouth. So you don't want to stop yourself from laughing, and uh, just laugh, okay? Like don't worry so much about how you look when you laugh stuff, okay? And open your jaw as wide as me, like ha ha ha, so that you can allow fresh oxygen, chi, prana to go into your system. Okay, so we're starting. The very first one is cell phone laughter. So you hold like not the cell
Okay.
phone, but just pretend, yeah, pretend. And then like someone has called you, your friend, and they told you a joke, a very funny joke. So you're gonna just remember that and start to laugh. We look at each other and continue laughing. Okay. So one, two, and belly laughter. Are you holding the real phone? The imaginary, not the real phone.
Okay.
So let go from the belly.
Okay.
Take your phone away. This is how it starts. So at the beginning, it might be a fake laughter. That's absolutely normal because when you laugh out loud using your belly from 15 to 20 minutes, brain wouldn't know the difference between real or fake laughter. It would still release endorphins. So you need not worry about whether I'm really happy or not. You just have to like laugh out loud. Okay, so that was a cell phone laughter. I also have mental floss laughter. So just like when there's food stuck between teeth, it causes bad odor. So we need to make sure that we remove it, right? So just there's so much on people's subconscious mind. They're living their life happily because they hold on grudges and they are very unhappy about certain things. So I also help people to do mental flask laughter. So what you need to do is you hold like an imaginary flask and then you are getting rid of all the things which are not working in your favor, not working for you. It might be like if someone scolded you this morning or yesterday, or someone said something bad to you when you were young, and it's on your mind, it's still bothering you. Then I get people to close their eyes and remove it. Okay, so it's removing, and then you feel it. You after that you feel very light. Okay, so let's do that, Bhavesh. You need to make sure first what's bothering you. If any stress, any trauma, anything which is not you're not happy about, you need to remove it. So this every laughter has a sound. The first one was ha 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 ha, and this one is to remove the whatever is not serving you. Okay, so let's start to remove. Just clear it. Make the sound. So you can work on yourself and remove till all the sorrows, pain, any grudges, everything what is not working for you. If you are unhappy about certain things, just remove it because life is not about what had happened to you in the past. It's not about what's going to happen. It's about enjoying this very present moment. And many people are not able to do that because they either live in the past, they blame themselves, or they're living in the future
Correct.
where they're very anxious about it. So it's good to just clear it and just feel very happy about it. Yeah. Thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful. I think I'm definitely going to try at least a couple of this as well.
Yeah.
Irrespective, whether you are stressed or not. I think, but it's a great exercise to, lighten up your mood. I think it's a great way to even do your jaw exercises. I
Yeah.
think also brightens up your face as well. I think it's a wonderful way. I remember a quote, which says something like this: "You don't need a reason to laugh
Mm-hmm.
in life." I think laughter should be very natural; it should flow, and it attracts a lot of positivity also in life, right? It
Yeah.
attracts people.
Yeah. There are many benefits of laughter. It's just that people do not really know about it, and then they think that watching a comedy and just laughing on a joke is enough. But no, there is. If you understand the anatomy, with how it works, and you really work on getting the dosage of happy hormone, life can be very blissful. Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful. Very interesting. I'm sure all our audience will love to interact with you. So for all of you, do connect with Miss Suchi on LinkedIn. She's very very active. She's very passionate about what she does. Before we end this wonderful interview, I would have loved to have more interactions with you to understand a bit more about laughter exercises. But I'm sure I will leave it to the audience to connect with you as well on a personal note, and they could probably take a small workshop, with you, or they could join for your courses that you promote very actively on digital spaces.
Yeah, I have my own YouTube channel. I'm not very active there, and now it's not very crowded as well. But I do upload as and when I conduct. So they can explore when they Google Miss Suchi MS. That's because I'm a former principal. So Miss and then SUCHI. When people Google it, they will find all my social media handles. So they can explore YouTube, and that's where the exercises are. Yeah.
Fantastic, fantastic. Before we wrap this up, I would want to ask you one last question, or rather, I would say, is there a message that you would want to pass on to our viewers at Billion Divas Show and to all the women entrepreneurs? What would that be?
It would really good to not to waste your time comparing yourself with others, and not to waste your time blaming others for what's happening to you, but rather taking the responsibility of how you want to feel, what you want to do in your life, because all of us are designed very beautifully. As long as you are connected with yourself and your intuitive self is working, like you're listening to your inner voice, you can have a very peaceful, blissful, and at the same time you can be very wealthy as well. So it need not be like you're connected with yourself, everything is good, but you're not earning money, everything is okay, but you're earning, but you're not peaceful. So it's possible for one to uh, be financially doing very well, at the same time feeling very in a very feel in a very blissful state. Like, so it's all about not wasting time looking at others and comparing yourself, and not blaming others as well, because it's not nothing about you. It's more about how you want to respond to a situation, how much in control you are when it comes to like practicing emotional mastery and stuff. So it's possible for all of us to live a life with a sense of achievement, sense of fulfillment. Yeah, thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful. Let me take this opportunity to thank you so much, Mr. Chi, for this wonderful, insightful, and yet very impactful and a very important aspect of human life is to be happy, be laughing, be very, very joyful, because I think this what it doesn't matter what happened yesterday. What matters is what is happening with you today. Not wasting life or maybe opportunities by thinking what has gone. It's bygones, right? Bygones are bygones. So
Yeah.
very, very important message. And I think people tend to be worried more than to be happy. uh,
Yeah.
it doesn't cost much to be happy. And there are tons and tons of example. One of my favorite, I'm sure there are a lot of favorite characters, right? Tom and Jerry.
Yeah.
Two wonderful characters of how they make things which are enjoyable, right?
Yeah.
Another classic example is Sir Charlie Chaplin. I think
Mm-hmm.
he made laughter, without sound.
Yeah.
Movies were amazing, and it's still considered as a golden era of how you can create laughter. So some very classic examples. Couple of things that I personally do is whenever I'm stressed, maybe I go out for a walk. I go on onto my kitchen and start cooking. So I think there are
Mm-hmm.
a lot of therapies that are available,
Yeah.
and the whole objective is you should enjoy what you are doing. I think that
Yeah.
will keep you internally happy as well.
Yeah. True.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
So
Yeah.
thank you so much once again, Mr. Chief, for joining us. We are delighted and honored to have you join us at the Billennium Divas Show and sharing your valuable time and insights. To all our viewers, do subscribe to our channel. Do connect with Mr. Chi on her LinkedIn. She's very, very active, and she's been doing a tremendous job in terms of changing lives of a lot of people as well. So stay tuned for the next episode of Billennium Divas. Till then, stay happy, stay healthy.